I have started the recording. Hello, how are you? Hazel.
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I can't believe it's been a week since the last time we spoke because, the last time we did our podcast, because so much has happened
Hmm.
this week. But interesting
Oh,
things to share, yeah.
you tell.
Okay. Sure, why not? On the SIYP podcast Uncensored, why not? Cool. So my week, Uh, we completed the training this week. So remember, the long training I was talking about with the energies and all of that. Um, this week was not as exhausting with work particularly because, after last week's podcast, um, I was more I was more just present. I was more just in the now with whatever showed up, and I didn't have to pre worry about, am I attached too much to this? Should I detach from it and all? So like it's interesting because I kind of realized I was judging too much of the attachment. That's what I was talking about last week, and I just gave that up. So there was no judgment. I was just like whatever comes comes, and um, like they had like a quiz exam, to graduate from the training to then go into like handling interactions. And
Hmm.
I was worried about some people doing the quiz. I was like, oh shoot, if they don't do too well, what's going to happen? What are they going to think about me as a teacher, as an instructor? All of these things. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, I did my job as what my job requires. And it was just interesting going through all of this because I was like, there's no point sitting into creating an unknown. And I was just
Hmm.
like, and surprisingly, everyone passed. Everyone did actually really well. So it was,
Surprisingly,
yeah. So, well,
judgment. There's a judgment there.
well, yeah. I think there's always going to be judgment, but yeah, well, they all did well and they all passed, and it's all good. So work wise was good. Um, things family wise, like with my fiance, it was interesting. We had a couple ups and downs this week, where again, like, okay, so I would acknowledge the great things. We have grown so much over from when we started to who we are now, and we're just realizing that when there is still a misconnect or a misunderstanding or an argument or a fight, in that hierarchy, um, we still go through all the not happy emotions or the anger or the okay, I'm not talking to you, or the mind games. We still go through all of that, but it's really great to still acknowledge that we still don't give up. Like we don't give up on each other, although some of the encounters are like really, really. It's interesting. What I'm noticing is the more we build on fortifying our communication, the more
Hmm.
I feel like the next thing that shows up is like an advanced level. The next argument or the next. So there's always that feeling for both of us where we're just like, why can't we just be okay with this, And it's like, come on, okay, we give up assumptions, we give up the judgment, we give up all of that, and then we feel like we've created, this like foolproof, fail-safe thing, and then the next argument is just like a 2.0. So the acknowledgement from all of this is where we're clear on our intention. We're still creating, and I speak on my behalf. I think Rebecca would agree from her behalf, but I don't know, maybe she will share next week if she joins the podcast. um, from my point of view, I feel like I can just see the positives from all of that. Like what I used to do in the past was, I would always just focus on the negative, like how dare that person or my boss do that, and like he's an evil person, she's an. Now I don't see that. That doesn't really exist. Like the all the frustration when it happened is not it's not evident as compared to what we created from it. So that's what I want to like acknowledge there. I see that stepping into the best version of myself, and then she doing the same. Um, yeah, and then so that's like with Rebecca, with work, and with my family. So like my mom and my sister, my younger sister. My younger sister came back from Italy this week. Like she went to Italy last week with her partner, and they came back on Tuesday or Wednesday. And and my mom's like still waiting for her passport. They're still trying to get a house. They're still trying to do all of that. So this week it was interesting because I'm supposed to go to Dubai. I'm supposed to get like my birth certificate. I want to do some things for our paperwork here in Greece, but I can't do anything without my birth certificate. So it's been since March that we're trying to get this birth certificate, but I had to hold off because my mom's waiting for her passport, and if she goes, it's gonna be cheaper because she has like free tickets, blah blah blah. And now we're
Mm,
like in July, so
mm-hmm.
I kind of dropped the ball for the last 2 months because, my mom was like, don't do anything. I should get my passport and I'll go and get your birth certificate. I was like, great, because I'm working. I can't just like leave. And
Mm-hmm.
mom's passport is being delayed, similarly to what happened to my passport for like 6 months, like 5, 6 months.
Mm,
So remember in the last two calls, I was like, yeah, I'm just not going to uh, invest too much in my family because it stresses me out. I'm just like, why aren't they moving? Why aren't they doing whatever? So I'm just like, I'm not going to worry about the house. I'm not going to worry about the passport. I trust them, and they can figure it out. And it was good, like I was okay. And then I decided to call my mom to see like how the passport's doing, how the house is doing. And it was interesting because then it was like, yeah, we're having these issues with the house. Zayshan, can you help? I'm having these issues with the passport. Zayshan, can you help? Which was like,
mm-hmm.
I am going to be available if they ask for my help. And I made the call and they asked for my help. So now I'm just like, oh, okay. Now I do need to help them, and I can't create any stress because like they're actually asking me for my help. So it was interesting because I created this new version of myself on the last two calls where I was like, oh, I feel good. I'm not stressed. I don't have to worry about the family. And maybe in my intentionality or my vision, like, let me be of service if they want me to be of service. Maybe that created itself and like brought itself into existence. So I had, a nice conversation with my mom, figured out whatever they need to get their new house, had a conversation with my mom's friend in, like a family friend in India that should be helping her with her passport. So it's good. And right now, in this moment that I'm sharing this with you, I'm realizing that while I go through it, like now telling you that I'm going to help my parents and, them get a house and all of that, sounds okay. It doesn't seem like the end of the world. But when my mom asked me, it was really interesting. When my mom asked me, can you just help with the house and can you help with my passport? Immediate trigger. It was like an immediate trigger where I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, come on, why can't you do this on your, like I wanted to say that. I was like, why could you do all of this? And I hope my mom's not gonna listen to this podcast. But anyway, uh,
Which is funny because you were worrying about helping them before.
I was like, yeah, let me just help you if you want me to help you. And now they want me to help them because I called.
Yeah. And then you were like, darn it.
Fuck. Like, why? Why did I have to call them? Anyway, no, it's cute. Like, I'm happy. I'm happy to be like. Actually, it's interesting because like I'm happy now to be of service because
Mhm,
they need me to be of service, or they would like me to be of service compared to I was like I have to take this over. Like I have to do this. I
mhm.
have. So it's good. It doesn't feel that heavy. That was
And
all.
maybe, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe because when you said before you felt like you had to take it over, it's like you're the one who's in charge, whereas this sounds more like a partnership.
Yeah, like a
Hmm.
collaboration. Like it's not
Yeah.
that So I told my mom because there's this new system in Italy where I'm assuming Canada has like something similar, where a a landlord and a person renting needs to have like some kind of agreement, not just a deposit, but like an agreement to guarantee. the landlord, and it has to come through the bank. So, like, the bank issues a document without exposing your funds to say, yes, this person has like a guarantee. And
Yeah.
because of that new system now in Italy, because, the whole European Union is not really the fastest in technology and this advancement. So now that this new system has come in, it puts my parents in a tight position because my dad's retired, my mom doesn't work, they don't really have an
Hmm.
income other than a pension,
Hmm.
and they're like, okay, we need capital to give this document. So you know
Hmm.
my mom's like, yeah, we got this, we spoke to the landlord, we spoke to all of this, but now we don't know, we went to the bank and they can't do this. And I'm like, mom, did you just take that and put it into ChatGPT and see like what is needed to get it? She's like, no. Ah, can you do it? And I'm like, sure, why not? So yeah. Anyway, like that was it. It was just interesting, but like all of this happened, and when it happened, when it just happened, I went to my fiance, I went to Rebecca, and I'm like, oh, you see, like I try to help the family, and you see, like everything I wanted to prevent happened, blah blah blah, and then that went into like, yeah, but we have to, and that built the whole fear, like, oh, Zayshan, well, if you don't help your mom, you wouldn't get your birth certificate. We're not gonna get married. We're not, so it just like went into this.
Oh, this big thing.
Yeah, and that's where the I think our misunderstanding argument fight upgraded itself to 2.0. All of that happened this week. But we're
Hmm.
good. We're still living together. We're still with the dogs. So everything is okay.
Okay.
I'm complete.
Okay. Um, okay, my week. Let's see what happened. Uh, I think I mentioned before like all the stiffness with the knee and knee pain.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I found out it's not just arthritis. I found out that it's sciatica, which means a nerve is being pinched. So
Okay.
yeah, I found that out by going to my physiotherapist because I told him about the knee pain, and he took a look and he said, do move this way, do that, like he's doing the physiotherapy tests.
Hmm.
And he's like, I think you have sciatica. I'm like, oh, great.
What is sciatica? Right.
So in the body, there's a nerve called the sciatic nerve, and
Yes.
it runs basically from your bum area all the way down your leg.
Like the
And
tailbone to the leg?
I don't know where it is exactly, but I just
Okay.
know it's around that area.
Hmm.
And if it gets pinched, then your muscles will kind of like seize up.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was contributing to my knee pain, the arthritis.
Hmm.
And that's what I found out this
Oh.
week. So now I'm gonna do some, he gave me some stretches to do to help relieve the pinched nerve. And I have to go to see my physiotherapist at least once or twice a week.
Hmm.
So there's that. It's like health issues. This year is like health issues also. Like last year was health issues too. So
It could be that because you're handling this so well, it could be something like you're like, it's giving you an advanced version now because you can deal with
mm,
this, so it's like stepping up, maybe.
yeah, I don't know, but I think I need to look closer at what was I doing before because I wasn't in this kind of pain before, and maybe go back to what I was doing before. So yeah. Um, what else happened? At work, it's just been really busy because we had two new hires in my department. Uh, so it's two more people that I'm supporting, and so that it's just like twice more work. But I think I got used to the lower volume because we didn't have those two people.
Hmm.
And so now that we're back up to normal numbers, it's like it feels like more work, but it isn't really.
Hmm.
It's just, yeah, before there was a lower volume and now it's like normal volume. Yeah. So, um, Yeah, so I let go of that because I felt kind of, like I was missing the easier pace at work. And I was like, oh, it's so busy now. And then I was like, oh, wait, it was busier before.
Yeah.
And I was okay with it. So now I just, getting myself adjusted again to the normal volume of work. And so I let go of my attachment that it was too busy now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because like while you were probably attached to that, you didn't realize that it's actually less work. You thought it was the same, but then giving up the
Hmm.
attachment, you're like, hold on, pause, wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just because I got used to the lower volume of work. And then that was my normal for a while. Right. And then went back to,
the normal.
um, yeah, having a full team to support. And that's now my new normal. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So, like, I was like, okay, my mind is still attached to the old way.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I let that go. But I will say, like, with the two new hires, they are really enthusiastic right now, and it's nice to see
Hmm.
because it's like things are happening, things are moving, and things are flowing, and that's always good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. A little bit more responsibility and accountability, but it's working. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's gonna settle down too, like, once the two new hires kind of settle into their roles, then, they won't be so like on point with everything.
yeah. Do you guys
Yeah, they'll
also
ease
have
up.
like a high season or something at work? Is this
Um, I don't know if you can call it that because it's like for me supporting the people is like are they going to be in the office or are they on vacation?
mm, yeah,
Right? So usually when people go on vacation here, it's like July, August, because most of the people have kids.
hmm,
So then they want to take the time off before the kids go back to school in September.
yeah,
And then they have, if you look at the next year, they have March break for a week, and then back to the summer again, July, August, and December is also typically slow because everybody's away for the
holidays. Yeah.
holidays. Yeah. So, yeah.
Hmm. I'm
That's the only
curious to know.
time it's slow.
Okay, so I'm curious to know with these two changes in terms of like other than attachment, so in terms of like the medical and finding that out and then the work adapting to the normal, other than attachment, detachment, I would say I'm
I
assuming
mean, what else
fear
came
might have,
up?
yeah, fear might have
Oh,
showed up.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, fear came up and also resistance came up. Like fear came up because of the health issues, like when I found out I had sciatica, I was like, oh, great, another thing. Like, is my body just like falling apart or, that kind of thing?
Judgment, so there was judgment there,
Yeah,
yeah.
judgment, yeah, fear. And then there was resistance too because I'm like, okay, why is this all happening now, right? That
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, and then I was like, well, okay, what can I do? It's already happening. So the only way through this is to go forward and create a new vision for my health.
Hmm.
And, so visioning, dreaming, intentionality, and trying to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
And also, like, there's forgiveness too, because, like, in some I had a fleeting thought that okay, it's like my body betraying me, kind of thing. Like,
Hmm.
what's up, body? What are you doing? Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
like forgiveness of my body. My body's doing the best it can, and maybe it's trying to tell me something,
Hmm.
and that's probably it because if everything was okay, then my body wouldn't be telling me anything. Like, you have to look at this, you have to look at that. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
hmm.
I mean, I always see that as like, something that we're evolving, we're growing, we're transforming. So it could just be like, because we're stepping into something, it could just be like, this is the new thing that comes with it. And
Hmm.
until like it's, we always have the power, we have the ability to create and step into something. So since what we're stepping into is not something that's taking over us, and we're able to, juggle it around and have it in a way that at least doesn't bring us down, because I think our older versions would always be something that would impact us and pull us down. Now that we're able to push through it, I think that's still something to acknowledge. So,
Yeah. I don't know if it, for me, if I don't know if it's pushing through it, but it's like letting go
mm,
of the thoughts that don't serve me. Because, like, if I just continue on with that thought that I had before, like, is my body betraying me? Is my body falling apart? That doesn't do
serve you.
anything for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't give me any power to go anywhere from there.
Yeah.
So it's like, why should I keep it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Hmm.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
No, I'll just say that, like, in the past, I really hung on to those thoughts, and I didn't see that it didn't bring me anywhere because I was just so stuck in there, right? And now I can see that, okay, I had this thought, but it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't bring me anywhere productive either. So, why not let it go? And I couldn't even see that before. So,
Yeah. And then it's like it's and then I think with time going by, it's not really like then it's not really the question of why don't I just let it go? It becomes like it just goes, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I'm starting to get that too as you're sharing this. It's like, yeah, I do have times where I'm like, what's the point of holding on to this? And I'm choosing to let it go. And I feel like the more we we step into that, let's say, the more it
Mhm.
becomes easier to. It just becomes life. It becomes normal. It becomes, the new way.
Yeah. Yeah. And at the same time, I have forgiveness for myself when I still fall into those thoughts because, I'm human, I'm not
Exactly.
perfect, and life isn't perfect. There's never 100% anything. So, we gotta allow for that too.
Hmm. Yeah, to go
Hmm.
through the emotions, but then let the emotions go.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, go through
Yeah.
the emotions, but let the emotions go. Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's a good one. You should make a t-shirt.
I should make a T-shirt. Absolutely.
Yeah, make a t-shirt. And wear it when you're giving the food tours.
Exactly. Yeah, just like go through the emotions and let the emotions go.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
All
Uh,
right.
anything else for you?
Hmm. No, that's it. I'm complete.
You're complete. All right. Same time next week.
I won't be
You wouldn't
here
be
next.
here next week. Okay.
Yeah, I have to
Maybe.
go to physiotherapy.
Oh, true. Yeah. Uh, maybe we will do the call. Maybe not. Stay tuned. But anyway, for now, have a great rest of your week, everyone.
You
Bye, Yesa.
too.
Ciao.
Bye.